Hi, it's Nicole, and today I'm going to be talking about a bunch of random stuff, and hopefully by the end of it I will come up with something coherent to kind of round it all off and give it a good title that doesn't feel generic. Basically, this period of happenings has been really confusing for the world. It's been really all over the place for me, mostly good, but you know, we all have our ups and downs, and basically the reading has taken a dive, but that's fine, I'm okay with that. So in June I read The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead, and I should also probably mention what it's about. I generally don't go into books knowing that much about them. I will tell you right now, I knew zero about this book before going into it. All I knew is that Stephanie from Time to Read really liked it, and she could not believe that it got wiped out of the BookTube prize semi-final? I don't know, one of the rounds. It was wiped out by a different book that was poopy. In Stephanie's words. That's definitely a word that she used. Absolutely, not my word, her word. Probably, not really. So that alone made me kind of interested in finding out about the book, because I really respect Stephanie's opinions on books, and I picked it up from my library. I listened to it on audiobook, and it was fantastic. I loved it, and I told her so. So yeah, I didn't know anything going into it really, but this kid gets wrongly sent to a correctional facility school type thing, and it sucks. And then, you know, it looks at what happened. I love how it looks at respectability politics. I love that it kind of analyzes our desire to believe in a system that we know doesn't work, our resistance to the idea that the system could fail us even when it has failed us massively. The book made me feel kind of vibes from Cool Hand Luke, the film, which I really love that film, by the way, with my boy Paul Newman. And it also had slight vibes for me of the Raven Boys. I haven't finished that series. I probably never will. I don't know. But I liked what I read of that. But that's like YA and also has fantasy in it and stuff like that. And this is totally neither of those things and is a lot more serious and important than that. No offense to that book. But also there were those vibes, I think, because of the like boarding school, correctional facility school type thing. I don't know. Anyway, I felt like it would be potentially a good bridge book for people who like YA and liked the Raven Boys books and want to transition to literary fiction. Maybe this could be their way in. I don't know. That's what crossed my mind. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's a stupid thing to say, but I've said it now and I'm not going to edit it out. So yeah. Then I read Our Lady of the Nile. Takes place in Rwanda. It's by Scholastique. Mukasonga, I think so. The cover will be there. Takes place in Rwanda a little bit before the Rwandan genocide at a school that is run by Europeans, I think. Yeah, probably Europeans. And interesting story. I liked it. I got a lot out of it. I particularly got a lot out of, as I was reading, it made me want to look up things about Rwanda. I learned a lot that way. Made me want to read more about Rwanda. Made me want to pick up that book that's on my TBR list, not shelf. What is it? Today, we would like to inform you that today we will be killed with our family, or something like that, about the Rwandan genocide. I think that was a piece by a journalist, maybe, turned into a short book, something like that. Anyway, this made me want to read that even more, and I thought that the story was really good. Kind of slow and everyday at first, and then it slowly turns into something more urgent, and yeah, I'm not going to give away any more than that, because again, I didn't really know that much going. I think when I read the description, when we were voting. Oh yeah, by the way, this book was read for Yamini's book club that we have on Voxer. But as we were voting for the book, I basically... So as with movies where I don't watch trailers or anything, basically when I choose what movie I'm gonna when I choose what movie I'm gonna watch, I usually just look at some clips and try to feel out that vibe. And then I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm in it or I'm not. And that's kind of how I am with books. So basically I skimmed through the synopsis thing and I was like, okay, Rwanda, school, something, whatever, okay, I'm there. That's pretty much how I choose my books. And that's what I did with this. And yeah, that's, I voted for this and it got chosen. That doesn't always happen, but I'm glad I did this time. So yeah, I'd recommend both of those books. Then July was, what was July? July was Stay With Me by, Adébáyọ, no, Ayobami Adébáyọ, and that was a good book. However, it does belong to a family of books that I don't really care that much for. And when I say that, I don't mean that in like a mean way or anything like that. I just mean books about, I thought it was books that were about like multi-generational sagas aren't my thing. Generally speaking, there are some that I am interested in, but generally speaking, that's just really not my thing. However, I'm realizing now that books about families in general are often just not really my thing, and it's not that they're bad, it's just that they don't click with me that much, and I don't know, that's just how I am. And I know that a lot of literary fiction is filled with stories like that, and I know that a lot of literary fiction readers love stuff like that, so you know, there's a lot to navigate, but there's not a lot that I say no to outright, so this was available as an audiobook from my library, and I picked it up because I was like, yeah, you know, whatever, why not? I have 8 hours to spend right now. So I did. I listened to it while I was doing some work. And I thought it was a good story. It was fine, you know. Would I recommend it? If you are someone who likes family drama type stories and stuff, you'll probably love this. I thought it was okay. Cool. The next book that I read in July, and the last book that I have read so far in my whole entire life, is Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi, and that one was very good. I really liked it quite a lot, and I would pair it with The Nickel Boys, which is fiction. This is non-fiction. It was written as a letter to his son, I think 5 years ago, after some crap went down and an innocent black man was killed yet again. Oh wait, 5 years later and we're in the exact same situation with literally like the exact same thing. There's a bit where, I mean, like, it's crazy. It's the same thing, you know, 5 years later, same thing. So anyway, I would pair this book with The Nickel Boys, and I liked that order as well, Nickel Boys first, and then you're like, there's no way stuff like that could happen, where like this guy is like such an upstanding member of society, and what, they seriously think that he was involved in whatever this thing is, and he has to get sent to this like correctional boys school and stuff. Like, no, that doesn't happen. You know, I know the system is broken, but like not that bad. But then you read Between the World and Me, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's real life. That actually, yeah, that's a thing that happens all the time. So that's gonna be my Common Core pairing for Doris's summer school challenge? I don't know if you call it a challenge. Anyway, the thing that's going on in July that Doris is hosting from Aldi Books. I'm low-key participating, but I don't want to say that out loud just because then that means that I can fail people if I say that out loud. But I'm saying it out loud now, so, you know, I might fail all of you people now. Whatever. So that has been my June and July, and to be honest, even though we have like I think more than a week left in July, I think that's going to be what it stays at. I don't see myself finishing another book in the next week or so. I don't know. I mean, maybe if I do, I'll just like lump it into August maybe, or I don't know, I'll do another video. Crazy. But So far, I feel like my last few reads have been pretty good. I'm getting kind of busy with work stuff, so I don't know how much time I'm gonna have. But I have also been really interested in doing more, ignore the noise. I have been sort of interested in doing more videos that encompass more of what I do as a job, which is illustration. I know there are a lot of illustration YouTube channels around, and they give sort of an insight into what it's like to work as an illustrator, but I feel also like what I do as an illustrator is kind of different from those people, because I don't focus my shop as the forefront of what I do as an illustrator. My job is mostly in dealing with clients and doing, like, at the moment, a lot of kids' books projects and things like that, which I think BookTube would actually find really interesting, and I'm just trying to figure out how to do that without stepping on any toes, because there are a lot of non-disclosure agreements in what I do as well, so I can't really show loads for like months, sometimes like a year. So that's gonna be a little tricky, but I would like to do more stuff with showing my work, like just not my work, like as in my illustrations. I mean them too, but like what I do as a job, I'd like to show a bit more and give more insight into that that world and how that all works and stuff. I do feel like it could be interesting. It would be interesting to me, and that's why I want to do that kind of content, but I haven't figured out how. And part of why I haven't figured out how as well is because it feels like it's a more obvious thing when you do more traditional work, like you show yourself like drawing with your pencils and stuff, and my work at the moment is largely digital, which I love. I mean, like, I also like the other stuff too, but I particularly have a lot of fun doing work digitally. I feel like it still has all the organicness of when I work traditionally, but it also has a lot more flexibility and a lot more stuff I can do. I have a lot more resources to hand in a way doing that. So anyway, that's something for me to figure out, I guess, on my own sometime. If you're interested, let me know, because that is something that I want to do. Anyway, when I figure that out, I will definitely start posting more content of that nature as well as book content. And in the meantime, I've been doing a lot of walks in nature, my favorite thing recently. So I'm gonna just leave you with a little video clip from a recent walk that I did, and I guess I'll just see you again next time, because that's all I have to say for today. Bye.